GitHub is where most of the world's software gets written. It does not have a chief executive. Microsoft bought GitHub in 2018 for $7.5 billion and promised in writing that it would stay independent. Its leader now report to a Microsoft division called Core AI. And Microsoft never appointed a new chief executive. This is the story of what Microsoft was really buying and why millions of programmers paid for it without being asked. On GitHub, programmers store their code and work on it together. And most of you must be already familiar with it. Anyone can copy a public project and build on it. This is what open source means. The code is published and anybody may read it, copy it, and improve it. Your bank, your phone, and your car all run on software built that way. By 2018, more than 28 billion developers had accounts on GitHub. Almost every important open source project in the world lived there. The odd part is that GitHub was not a good business. In 10 years, it had never made a profit. Google was talking to GitHub about buying it at the same time as Microsoft. Two of the largest companies on earth were bidding for a business that lost money. That should have been the first clue. Developers did not react well. Microsoft had spent years attacking free software and programmers remembered it. Within days, thousands of projects were moved off GitHub to a rival site called GitLab. Sid Sijbrandij, who ran GitLab, said nearly 50,000 projects arrived in 1 week. Satya Nadella, Microsoft's chief executive, spent that week repeating the same message. GitHub would be left alone. 3 years later, in June 2021, GitHub launched a product called Copilot. Copilot writes code for you. You start typing and it suggests the next lines. GitHub built it with OpenAI on a model that had learned by reading public code stored on GitHub. Public code is not free code. Almost every project carries a license. A license is a short legal file the author puts beside the code. The license says what you are allowed to do with the code. The most common condition in it is credit. Keep my name attached and keep this license attached. Some license go further and demand that anything built on the code stays open in the same way. That is the entire bargain of open source. You may take my work and in return, you name me and you pass on it. Copilot did not keep the name or the license. On the day Copilot launched, GitHub's chief executive, Nat Friedman, was asked about this in public. He said that training an AI model on public data was fair use. Fair use is an American legal rule that allows limited use of someone's work without asking them. No court had decided that question. GitHub's own help page had originally described training on public code as common practice in the industry. The wording was quietly changed to fair use instead. In October 2022, a professor at Texas A&M University typed a short instruction into Copilot. Tim Davis writes mathematical software that other software is built on. Google uses his code inside Street View and the engineering tool MATLAB uses it too. He asked Copilot for a routine he had written himself. Copilot handed it back to him with his name removed and his license removed. By then, GitHub had added a setting meant to prevent exactly this. It compares each suggestion against public code and blocks the one that match. David had that setting switched on when it happened. Copilot was invented by a GitHub engineer named Alex Greveley. He replied in public that the code was similar but not the same. David then made a point that has nothing to do with the money. In academic work, people are paid in credit. Remove his name from his code and he loses the only currency he has. 4 years on, the top of his software collection carries a line that was not there before. And it reads, "No AI generated code." Davis was not the only one who noticed. The Software Freedom Conservancy is a non-profit. It gives open source projects a legal home. Its staff spent the year asking Microsoft and GitHub for the legal reasoning behind that fair use claim. They were refused. GitHub eventually replied that a wider discussion would not change the Conservancy's mind anyway. In June 2022, the Conservancy stopped asking and told developers to leave the site. Whole projects started refusing the code outright. Gentoo, a version of Linux, banned code written with these tools in 2024. The NetBSD operating system now treats such code as tainted, and it cannot be added without written permission. The reason was not that the code is bad. It is that nobody can prove where it came from. Then came the lawsuit. In November 2022, a programmer and lawyer named Matthew Buttrick sued GitHub, Microsoft, and OpenAI on behalf of anonymous developers. Most of it was thrown out. One question survived, and it is narrow. To break the law by stripping an author's name of their work, does the copy have to be word for word identical? The Ninth Circuit, a federal appeals court in San Francisco, heard the arguments in February 2026. The answer will shape the copyright cases about AI that come after it. 6 months have passed since that hearing, and the court has still not ruled as on the time of recording this video. Now the number that explains the deal. In 2024, Satya Nadella told investors that Copilot had become a bigger business on its own than all of GitHub was on the day Microsoft bought it. Microsoft paid $7.5 billion for a company that had never turned a profit. The product it built out of that company's public code is now worth more than the company was. GitHub itself kept growing through all of this. Its own count passed 150 million developers. That is more than 5 times the 28 million Microsoft bought in 2018. So Microsoft was not closing down something that had failed. After that, 3 things happened in 18 months in order. First, in January 2025, Nadella built a new division called Core AI and put GitHub's tools inside it. In the memo announcing it, he wrote that Microsoft's internal boundaries were meaningless to customers and competitors. That is the opposite of what the press release promised in 2018. Second, on the 11th of August 2025, GitHub's chief executive, Thomas Dohmke, resigned. He said GitHub would carry on inside Core AI, and he stayed until December to hand over. The leaders below him were told to report to several different Microsoft executives instead. There was no announcement of a successor, and Microsoft later confirmed there would not be one. Third, the executive who took over his responsibilities announced her own retirement in April 2026. Julia Lewson had run Microsoft's developer business for 12 years. No successor was named for her either. The independent company is now a set of teams reporting to an AI division. Which brings us to this year. On the 25th of March 2026, GitHub published a short notice from its Chief Product Officer, Mario Rodriguez. From the 24th of April, everything typed into Copilot and everything Copilot gives back would be used to train GitHub's models, unless the user switched it off. It was on by default. The notice applies to the free division and to the 2 paid plans that individuals buy. Copilot Business and Copilot Enterprise are exempt. So the individual developers train the model, and the corporations paying the most are left out of it. Individual developers had already asked for a way out. In May 2025, GitHub let Copilot post into other people's projects. It could file its own bug reports and its own code changes. A developer named Andy McClure asked for a switch to keep it out of hers. More people backed her request than any other discussion on GitHub's forum that year. Nobody from GitHub answered it. I don't think anybody signed up for this. Every programmer who uploaded code to GitHub before 2021 was choosing a place to keep their work. They were also choosing, without being told, what a commercial AI model would be trained on. That code is still sitting there and it's still training. So whose code is it now? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, as we'll see you soon in the next one. Till then, peace out.